This is a $6,000 drone flying in the air. But let's rewind a bit. I've been flying FPV drones for a fair while now, and we always use a GoPro, and the image quality is great, but there's a fair amount of drawbacks. For example, in low light, GoPros suck, dynamic range could be better, amongst other things. So for once, I want to get the best possible image on an FPV drone without spending something outrageous like 20 grand. Because currently people buy cine lifters and they put like red Komodos on them, and I would have to sell a kidney to afford that. But it just so happened that earlier in the year, Sony released the ZV-E1, which is the lightest, smallest, and basically best quality image that Sony provides for a video. It's basically cinema camera worthy, and I want to fly it on an FPV drone. Thankfully, I actually own the camera, so that's a 3.8K problem gone. However, the next problem is that all my drones are puny 5-inch drones, and they can't carry the weight of the camera. So in this case, 5 inches is too small, and we need a 7-inch drone. So that was all good, until I realized the drone cost another $1,200. Ouch. But out of nowhere, IFlight actually offered to help and provide the 7-inch Chimera Pro V2, and it just seemed like the stars were aligning to make this thing happen. Let's unbox this beauty of a drone. So we've got the drone, we've got the camera, but how the hell am I going to attach the camera to the drone? This is surprisingly important because I tried to attach a smaller Sony camera on my FPV drone, and a lot of the footage turned out unusable because of the small vibrations of the poor mount I used. So IFlight were kind enough to send me the ZV-E10 mount as well. However, the ZV-E1 is definitely bigger than the ZV-10, so I'm just praying that it can remotely fit at all. But I think the main problem is that the camera is too wide, so if I get some screws and move the bottom plate back a bit, it should hypothetically work. Well, would you look at that? That is a ZV-E1 mounted on my drone. But whenever you have a new drone, it's always a good idea to test it out just in case it falls out the sky. You never know. So we flew the drone by itself. The IFlight Chimera Pro is looking great. And I guess there's one thing left to do, and that's to fly this bad boy. Alright, so today's the day. We're gonna go for the first flight with the Chimera 7-inch Pro. Thank you, IFlight. By the way, this drone is amazing. I mean, we'll find out if it's amazing very shortly, but shout out to IFlight for providing me this. However, this lens I'm vlogging on right now, I'm shooting on the ZV-E1, and it's going on this drone. This is a 10 to 18mm APS-C lens. The point is, it's light, it's very wide, which is going to be perfect for FPV. And I literally paid $550 to buy this lens. So I'm doing this for the people. Not that anyone has asked for it, but who cares? We're gonna put this straight on the drone now. I'm anxious. I was gonna fly at a park, but look, the beach is close enough. I'm not going over any water, because that's stupid. This is already very stupid, so we don't want to compound stupidity. But yeah, I think that's the plan. What do you think's gonna happen, Sasha?
I think it's gonna go fine. We're gonna go for a nice little cruise and come back with your new lens and camera in one piece.
Bro, sure hope so. So now I am extremely anxious. This is my main camera. I literally just bought this lens as well for this video, and I don't even know if the Chimera Pro can handle all this weight. The battery I use is also tiny because I haven't had the chance to buy a bigger one, so here's hoping things will work out. And all that and the footage is clapped. The image looks so soft and there's a lot of micro blurs, which I don't know why that's happening. But at least the drone flew and could handle all that weight. I also used a tiny battery because that's all I have right now. But in the meantime, enjoy these shots on the good old GoPro. So we've essentially arrived back at the park with this abomination, because long story short, the footage was screwed. There was a lot of jello. Even when I stopped the shutter speed, I turned the shutter speed down on the camera, and it still looked pretty clapped. So I put an extra strap on it, hopefully securing it really well so there's no micro blurs. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just praying it's not screwed because I've just been risking my drone for nothing. We'll review after we get this footage, but let's see what we get. And if you look at that, the footage is screwed again. There's tons of micro blurs and this footage just looks so soft. I don't know what's going on, but I went back and tightened all the screws. I even put some blue tack on the lens because maybe the lens is shaking, I don't know. But here's 3rd time's the charm. I think that might actually have worked. The footage looks sharper. If you have any other suggestions, let me know. But now we have to fly this a 4th time, somewhere actually a bit scenic, and see what this thing can do. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. And perfect timing, because one of the rubber bands I used to attach the camera to the drone snapped. This called for some modern engineering. I used a shoelace to replace it, which should do the trick. Alright, so I'm vlogging on the phone right now because my camera is literally on a drone. And we're going to send it at this lighthouse. We're going to send this in this area just because there's a lower chance that we're going to eat it into the ground. I've been trying to make this thing work time and time again, and we've been struggling. So it is what it is. This is hopefully the time we get some actually beautiful shots. Let's get the thing in the air. I don't want to lose it. I need to shoot some stuff after with this camera. This is really irresponsible. Let's do this. For the first flight, and I've realized there's a freaking speck of dust on my lens. I didn't bring a blow thing or anything. Oh my goodness, man, like I can't catch a break out here, but I think I'll just crank the shutter speed, lower the aperture so it's not that noticeable. And look, if you guys want to see me fly again in optimal situations, risking my main camera, let me freaking know. But let's see how these shots turn out. And that's what we got for now. I think the shots look amazing, but definitely not perfect. Thank you so much IFlight for the incredible Chimera Pro V2. It did not let me down. These shots had no stabilization because for some reason gyroflow was not working properly, no matter what I tried. This video has been an absolute mission. 1,000 likes and I'll try again, but otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.